Hey guys, what's up? Hola! It is your buddy Keith here again live in the control room at Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in England. And I've got another cool guitar to share with you guys today. If you're new to the channel, click like, click subscribe. It's totally free, it costs you nothing. Grab a cold beer, and we're going to hang out and look at some really cool guitars that you get to see up close as if you were holding them in your very own hands at your local guitar shop. It's really handy because you know what? Not everyone has one of these in their local guitar shop. There might not even be this model for sale in your country, depending on where you live. So it's a nice aid, and it gives you a really good idea. It saves you a trip to the store, and yeah, just makes you a little bit more knowledgeable on the model. So what do we have here? This is a Jackson SLX Soloist. This is their import line. They're made in Indonesia. High spec for the import model because it is neck through. It's got not a licensed Floyd Rose, but it's got a Floyd Rose special tremolo. Seymour Duncan design humbuckers and a bound rosewood fretboard with perloid shark fin inlays. Cool. So generally, back in the 90s when you had cheaper import models, you wouldn't get binding. You definitely wouldn't get a bridge that said Floyd Rose on it, other than licensed by in very small font. Yeah, it's they've come a long way, you know, in the fit and finish and the spec of the less expensive import models. I'm really impressed by it. The first impressions were this thing's got solid weight. Back in the day, when you'd have these budget line guitars, they would use really cheap wood. They'd generally be very light, and it's not the case with this. It feels solid. It doesn't feel super cheap at all. The pots, yeah, very nice. So the finish is like a satin type red, like a matte finish. It kind of has a deep metallic kind of look and effect to it, but it is a matte satin finish. Really nice colors in the fretboard. You can see the light to dark to light kind of streaks in the rosewood. So very good looking. Yeah, this is a 2017. It was bought new only a few months ago in a local guitar shop, and I guess the guy ran into hard times or gave up his rock star aspirations, so we got this. And I think for the money, it is a hell of a guitar, guys. You could put a blindfold on, and I think you could trick a lot of people into thinking this is a much more expensive guitar if you put it in their hands. Frankly, when it comes to the guitars built at this quality level, if you are a very proficient player, your sound's going to come 99% from how you play in your rig. And it's really going to be 1% instrument. That's the truth of the matter, guys. What you get from the higher, more expensive USA custom models is you get just little nicer finishing, fit and finish on the instrument. But is it, is this less playable? Are there things you can't do on this that you can on, let's say, the USA version? Nah, you can do it all. It's just gonna feel a little bit nicer, and you're gonna have a little bit nicer spec, But you could take out these Seymour Duncan design pickups and slap in whatever the heck you like, some bare knuckles, some EMGs, whatever your favorite is, and you will have a badass guitar for very little money in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. What else can I say about it? How does it compare to the Japanese import soloists of the 90s? I would say the only things that feel different are maybe like the paint job. The neck, the fretboard, I don't feel anything, like the binding maybe is a little bit You can see where the paint meets the binding there. You know, again, little things on fit and finish. But as far as playability goes and other features, like I'd probably take this one over one of those older ones. Certainly like an old 90s thing that's been sitting around for a while and has a, you know, rusty licensed Floyd or something like this. You know, this is a great bridge here. It really is. Cool, guys. Well, I think you've got a really good idea of what this is like in person. We'll go down the back again. If you've got any questions, just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. It's Essex Recording Studios. I am super, super busy, but I will always try and make time for you. So do not let that deter you. You've got Jackson Seal tuners. You've got the little holders here for your Allen keys. Interestingly, they've got these screws to hold them down in place so they don't get lost. I think we've got them in a little bag somewhere around here, but they may be lost. Point of the headstock looks great. And yeah, has a nice sheen to it. Light bounces off of it very nicely. Just a good looking guitar, guys. All right, I'm out of here. I've got so many videos to do for you this weekend, so let me run. But stick around on the channel and you'll see a bunch of cool stuff coming up real fast right after this. Later, guys.